Hey guys, what's up everybody? First of all, do not mind my voice. This is the best that it sounded like all week. So this is a video that's been a long time coming that I've been meaning to make. A lot of you have seen I've been clearly crazy busy, going in between Missouri, Utah, everything going on here and there, and trying to just bust out as many videos as possible and bring you guys some awesome content that I have been basically putting off making this video and telling you guys why my personal Willie's build won't be going to SEMA. So, let's see. When I really realized that it wasn't going to happen was probably definitely the last time I was home. So, and by the way, yes, was very upset at first when I realized it was probably the best decision to make, but I've came to terms with it now, and now that I have told all of my sponsors, and everyone's okay with it, they're like, let's just get it done for maybe LST, do some marketing with all of that. So I'm very, very grateful that all of my sponsors have been okay with it. I've made sure, that's kind of why this video was a little delayed also, because I've made sure that all of them knew before I put it out to all of you guys. But clearly I love all my followers and viewers so much, so much, and I'm really thankful and just humbled that you guys do ask me about it and are interested in the build and how it's coming along, and you're like, Lacey, what the heck? Like, what about the Jeep Willie's build? Like, we see you working on these other SEMA trucks, we see you doing this other stuff, but what about that? We want to know, we want to see it, we're excited to see it. And like, that's just really good feeling that you guys even care and have been keeping up with that. So thank you guys for that. And that being said, it may bother me that it's even more of a disappointment to you guys than even, like, this random hair I've got flying everywhere. Don't mind what I look like either. This is like rolled out of bed, been dying for a week. SEMA crunch time. Literally before yesterday, stayed up for like 72 hours straight. So this is what you get. If I waited until I sounded fine and looked like a girl again, then you would never see this video. So anyways, I'm so thankful for everyone just wondering how it's going, etc., and all of that. So it does bother me that I do have to let you guys down, but when the build is finished, it won't disappoint. So we'll get right into why it's not going to SEMA. It's pretty simple. So when I went back home, it was at the beginning of this month, beginning of October. First of all, let me just say that it is very hard to coordinate what needs to be done, dictate what needs to be done, and even just keep up with everything, with me being across the country. That is hard. And there are a lot of people, and this has been myself included before, drop your truck off at a shop, build it, see you later. I didn't want that to be the case for my truck. Clearly, I wanted to be as hands-on as possible. That was part of the value of it, for myself and my sponsors to see, like, hey, this girl's hands-on with her own build. There's more content that way, there's more exposure that way, etc., etc. It means more to me to be able to look at that and be like, hey, I did this myself, I helped build my own truck. So that was a lot of the value of it to me. So being out here in Utah, clearly I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I've been loving it, but it made it to the point where I was able to do less and less and even kind of oversee what was going on. So that being said, I was gone for a month, and then I came home at the beginning of this month and was going to, hopefully I was hoping that the body work was ready for me to spray it and etc., all of these things that I was going to be able to get done the time frame that I was home. So that was my expectations and my hopes. And like I said, the month before, I really didn't check in like I should have. to see what was being done. I was just busy. And it's kind of my fault for expecting so much and thinking that it was realistic, that so much was going to be done while I was gone. So I got home that week. Oh, I literally thought these people were going to drive into the truck while I'm sitting here. Oh my God. So anyways, I got home that week. First of all, I do have to tell you guys this. And this was one of those moments where I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to just throw this thing together and send it to SEMA. So Heartland Fab is who built my suspension and worked on my frame. They freaking killed it, guys. They brought it to me. I feel most terrible for it not going to SEMA for them, because they put the freaking work in times 1,000, and they held up their obligations and were not going to let me down. Like, they stayed up. They probably felt like I feel right now. I know for facts they did. They stayed up for days, weeks, literally gave up like 2 months of their life to build me this. And keep in mind, that's not their full-time. They have another full-time job, and then they do that full-time on the side. So they gave up months with their families to build me this freaking sick suspension, which I was not even expecting anything as sick as what it really is. So they delivered it. It might have been like the day before I had to leave again. And they wanted to get it done before I left. So they worked up right up until the freaking end. Okay, they delivered it to me at 2 a.m. They'd been up for freaking days. One of them had been to the hospital. One of them's wife had been to the hospital. Like, in the midst of all these crazy things happening to them, they got it freaking done, and they killed it. Like, I was beyond impressed. I wasn't expecting anything like what it actually is. And I'm going to put some pictures here. And I will get better videos when I go back home of the suspension as well. Sorry. I'm not going to do much editing to this video either, guys, so I'm really sorry. But that you have to listen to me ramble. So anyways, they followed through beyond my expectations, times a million. If you guys need any suspension work done, hit them up. Because, yeah, it blew me out of the water. So, anyways, this was my come to Jesus moment, okay? I'm already stressing that week. It's like pretty much just me and Emily getting things done in the shop. There's a lot we physically can't do and a lot that we don't know how to do. So, that whole week I was home, we're trying to get as much done as possible. That week I was home, we have other people's SEMA stuff to be working on. We did, dealership bedliners while we were home, just trying to, make money while we're home. And we had these obligations of other people's SEMA builds. So I powder coated. I set up for 2 days straight one time to get it done. So we had other people's SEMA stuff to be working on. So while we're up at 2 a.m. doing that, they deliver the suspension. And like, this was my come to Jesus moment where I was worried before, and then they bring this and I'm like, wow. I was like blown away. But I look at it and I'm like, this is so sick, and they put so much time into this, and am I really going to just throw a truck together on this nice suspension? Because that's basically to the point of what it was going to have to be. It was going to have to just be thrown together. So let's see, that would have given us a month, and I was only home for a week, and then I was leaving again. So it's like there had to be corners cut somewhere, and I didn't want that I don't really want my name on that, but especially not for my sponsors to have their name on something that's like half ASS, for lack of a better word. It's just not fair to anyone. So I'm looking at this, such a nice suspension, and I'm like, I'm not going to just throw something halfway together and put it on this nice suspension when I can wait and have something that's like exactly what I want and what everyone wants to see, that's super nice, and not be for SEMA. You know what I mean? So that was kind of my realization there. And so, you know, everyone at Sparks Motors is like, well, just bring it out here when you come, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I was kind of planning for that. And I had told Nick and Devin at Heartland Fab, I was like, so I think when you guys bring the suspension, I'm just going to load everything together, kind of get what I can get done at home. And I'm going to bring it out to Utah. Well, Spencer, that works for Fast Fuel Systems, his family owns Fast Fuel Systems. He was doing my motor work. And that was one of those things. He's doing like twin turbo setup, et cetera, all this like fabrication and stuff. So that was one of those things that had to be done pretty much last. And so I'm like, hey, if I bring the truck out to Utah, is that something that I could like fly you out and you could do there? Because I absolutely did not want to cut him out of the project, you know, because he did a lot for me. He dealt with a lot of sponsors as far as my transmission and motor parts and things. And I just, you know, we're good friends. I love his work and all of that. Was not wanting to cut him out of the build. So he's like, no, you know, with work schedule and everything, I really can't come out to Utah and do that. So I'm like, you know, then it's not even an option for it to go. And then when I got to thinking about it just right after that, I'm like, I am not going to do that to everyone at the shop because... and Sparks Motors, because when I left, we were working on 3 SEMA builds. Like, and it's really, like, everyone there is really so nice to just be like, yeah, Lacey, bring your SEMA truck, we'll finish it, it's totally fine. No, you guys would have all wanted to kill me. Like, I would want to kill me. If I brought her there, I would be plotting. If I was them, I'd be plotting my death and be like, oh, okay, well, she's gone, that's one less SEMA build we have to do. Like, everyone literally almost killed themselves working so much on the ones that we did get done. So I'm so glad I didn't add another one into the mix and put that on them. That is not something I wanted to do, but it was offered and that was really nice. But I couldn't do that. So it basically all boils down to not going to put that on other people. But it's hard for me to, consciously even want it done without me being right there with it, because like I said, I feel like that's most of the value of the build is me being able to do it. And I don't want a fully built truck that I'm like, great, you know, I'm capable of doing this and that, and because of time reasons someone else had to do it. So you know, I let all of my sponsors know. They were cool with it. I hope you guys are cool with it. Why I feel better about it now in hindsight is because also this is another reason. So, you know, all of this, me being out in Utah, kind of somewhat came out of the blue. And I was like, there's so much going on here that even if I was to keep the truck back home and just like, hey, get it done, like when I decided, okay, truck's not going to SEMA, it let so much off my shoulders that now I've been able to enjoy what's going on here. So to me, that's like a blessing in disguise that I'm not stressed out about that. And it's almost been so much nicer to be a part of other people's SEMA builds. Because for one, I don't have to pay for it. So it's like way less stressful. And I'm getting paid to do it. So that's way less stressful. So yeah, like I said, when I was home, we got to do a couple things as far as bed liners and powder coating for a couple of RHR's builds, that are going to SEMA. I think they're literally there now. Rob's been ahead of the game. And then the couple SEMA builds for, Sparks Motors we got to be a part of. So I've been super thankful to be a part of a couple SEMA builds, even if it's not my own. And it's been nice. It's just been nice to like take a breather and work on someone else's stuff. It's been so nice. Not really necessarily that it's been a breather, but it's like not my own, so I don't have to worry about everything financially, how it's getting there, revealing it, like all of the crazy stuff. So it's been really fun. And I've been able to enjoy this SEMA crunch more without worrying about my own build also. So that's been really nice. And that being said, guys, I forgot to mention this in the beginning. I I am proud, and I was gonna have Emily do this video with me, but we've just been so busy, and we're actually her and our friend Burnout from the shop here at Sparks Motors, we're eating breakfast, and they're waiting on a table. So I'm just killing two birds with one stone, trying to get some things done and making this video. So anyways, I was gonna have Emily do it with me. But we basically, why I wanted her with me is because she's the one person that understands like everything that goes on in my life. And she knows like the little just inner battles that I have even in my head. So 3 months ago, you know, when that happened with my salon, which by the way, it's still been a freaking nightmare. So anyways, when that happened, I remember that day, and even a couple of like my sponsors were like, so, you know, we totally understand if not, but does this mean you're probably not going to make it? You know, the truck's not going to make it to SEMA. And that whole first week, I was like, there's no way. Just mentally, even, I was like, I don't even want to deal with that right now, on top of what's going on. But also just how much out of pocket I had to pay to replace everyone's stuff, to get something temporary up going. I was like, financially, there's no way that I can dump all of this money into a SEMA truck. So basically the money that I had saved for SEMA went into that, literally. And I was like, there's no way. So are they coming? No, I thought I seen them coming. But I was like, there it goes. Like, there's absolutely no way that this can even happen. And still yet have not been reimbursed for that. So somehow, by the grace of God, which like I said, the bill's not done, there'd still be expenses to be had, but somehow we've even made it this far. So I'm proud. Like, I'm literally proud because I remember sitting there literally that same day and we're like, there's absolutely no way. And that's before I even realized exactly how long the process for insurance to even replace your stuff would be. Like, and it's just been a freaking nightmare. So that being said, with that financial setback, mental setback, time setback, I'm freaking proud that it even made it this far. Which of course, I know, you know, some of you guys are watching are like, well, you know, you have sponsors, etc., etc. It can't be that expensive. Yes, I've had many sponsors that make things very much less expensive, which I'm so thankful for. But going to SEMA still isn't free, and building the truck still isn't free. So, you know, just so everyone knows that, it's still expensive. But basically, the main parts that were the most expensive, you know, that's done. That's already taken care of. So I'm super thankful that somehow we were just able to bust our butts and make that happen. So, that being said, we made it further than what I thought we would. But like I said, I'm just rambling now, but it's been really nice to just enjoy what's going on here, work on other people's SEMA stuff, and not so much worry about my own now. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to tell everyone this, but like I said, just know that besides I hate disappointing people is my least favorite thing to do in the whole world. It makes me sick to my stomach, and that's why I was literally so sick about this for so long. Like, I don't care what people say about me. Like, the day that me and Emily were sitting there like, okay, should we just call it off? Should we just say it's not going to SEMA? You know, some would be like, oh, well, aren't you worried about what people will say about you, or, you know, etc., all of that? No. Like, if there wasn't sponsors and other people involved that were like counting on me to make it there, I wouldn't have cared at all. If it was just a me thing, I'd be like, Lacey, your truck's not going to SEMA. It's fine. Like, who cares? But I hate disappointing people. That's the biggest thing for me. So I was literally sick to my stomach. I'm a little sick to my stomach to post this, but I'm just hoping that you guys understand. So, and I just had to do what was best for everyone, really, because I wasn't going to have everyone's name on a pile of crap. And then you guys be like, Lacey built a pile of crap. It just wasn't good for anyone. So, that being said, I hope you guys understand, and I am fine with it. And I've enjoyed the SEMA crunch a little more because of that. And then when the truck is done, it's gonna be even better. So I feel good about that. Hopefully you guys feel good about that. We don't really have a choice, I guess. We are going to SEMA. Our flight leaves tomorrow. We've got to be at the airport at like 5 a.m. So we're leaving from Utah, even though it's only like a 5-6 hour drive or something. I offered to drive a vehicle, but we already have like so many vehicles going down there. So I think we're going to fly, and then someone else is going to fly home, and we will be hauling maybe the 6x6 back. I don't know. So, me and Emily are going to SEMA. I, sadly enough, have been so just freaking exhausted and busy, that I haven't taken many SEMA prep vlogs. And also, I'm behind on other vlogs. But I might skip the other vlogs for now and go straight to like SEMA prep, just so you guys like get caught up on a little bit of that. The SEMA builds for Sparks Motors are already revealed on Instagram. But like I said, I might edit those videos and give you guys, you know, some background before you get to see them in the SEMA videos. So just keep in mind, I might cut everything out of this chunk that I'm not caught up on and go straight to SEMA so you guys can see all of that. I'm going to try to vlog as much as SEMA as possible. Like I said, it's been so crazy. I haven't vlogged much of this vlogged much of the SEMA crunch, which would have been so cool for you guys to see, but I do have a little bit of it, so I don't know, just be thankful for what I have, I guess. So yeah, we're going to SEMA. 2 builds from Sparks Motors are already on their way, are already there as of right now. Right now it's Sunday morning. Like I said, me and Emily leave tomorrow morning, so we'll be there Monday afternoon, Monday evening. The 2 builds from there are the Wet Sounds K5 Blazer. So it'll be in the Wet Sounds booth. And then in the Smitty built booth is the 6x6 with tracks that we worked on. So, which I'll, you know, explain all of that. I've got a message. I'll get videos of those builds and explain to you guys what they are, what went into them at SEMA, etc., etc. I'm not going to get into that right now, because this video's already been long enough and you're just watching it to find out why the Jeep Willys isn't going to SEMA. But so be excited to see those 2 builds that we were able to be a part of, a small part of that team I'm so blessed to be a part of. Those are going to be there. And then, like I said, we were a small part of a couple of RHR's builds, which they freaking killed it on. I'm not sure what booths they're going to be in, but I'll be getting videos of them as well. And so keep an eye out for that. And then as far as booth wise, we will be in the Armadillo Liners booth a couple days. So come see us. I will have posters that I'll be signing. The Jeep Willys, wait, okay, I realized I totally skipped a big step with you guys also. So initially, this is a big, kind of a big announcement that I didn't tell you guys, but mostly just because some things I don't feel like need to be announced, and I don't like drama per se, so I just try to keep, sorry, I keep getting messages. I just try to keep things as like going smoothly as possible. So initially the truck was supposed to be in the Hostile Wheels booth, because I worked really closely with Hostile, as you guys know. I decided not to work with Hostile anymore. You know, just kind of exclusivity with a wheel brand really makes things hard. So I decided just to kind of do my own thing away from them, and gosh, we've worked together for years, and I'm so thankful for all the opportunity that they've given me. Still love the wheels, but yes, I am currently not married to that wheel company anymore, I would say. So initially the Willys was going to be in that booth. Now it's not in any booth at all, but then after I decided that, it was going to be the Armadillo Liners booth. So they know it's not going to be in the booth. They've been busting their butt on another build that is going to be in the booth. But so me and Emily will be in their booth for, I'm not sure the schedule yet, but we'll be there, you know, a couple of the days for a couple hours. Signing posters, got a photo shoot on Saturday with a couple other builds. That'll be fun. The remainder of the time will be working with the Diesel Brothers appearances, because they need people to organize the crate. I imagine that them at SEMA, or being around them at SEMA, is probably nuts. So they've got different booth appearances, so we are going to be with them a little bit for whatever time we're not with Armadillo, and be like organizing the lines, taking the pictures, all of that stuff, because they need people for that. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So come find us. So we will be in Vegas from Monday afternoon until Sunday evening, probably. So yeah, you can probably, I'll post on my Instagram kind of where we're at, keep you guys updated on where to find us if you want to come see us. Sorry, I don't have a truck for you guys to come see, but you can still come see us. And yeah, so Monday when we get in, we're probably just gonna chill, kind of get situated. I would like to go to the center and kind of get some videos before it gets jammed with people, because one of my favorite things is the setup days of SEMA, because it's like no one's in there and everything's just getting set up, and you can get good video and it's just chill. But we won't be there for that, which I was upset about, but now I'm thankful, because like today we needed this break because of what led up to even the trucks leaving. So thankful for a little bit of break. I would have been so dead in Vegas right now. But so anyways, this was long-winded as heck, and I probably won't have a voice after this again. But so that is why the Willies is not going to SEMA. I'm sorry. I love you all. It's gonna be even better when it's officially done. And thank you to all of my sponsors that have been a part of it this far and that are cool with it not being done for SEMA, but us giving it 100% to have it done some other time. So see you guys at SEMA. See you later. I'm gonna go eat breakfast. Emily texted me that they're at the table now, so hope you guys have a good day.